You just heard that saying to be one of veteran Nigerian Nollywood actors just died. But people have started coming up with stories of things that led to his death. Many are saying that he had marital issues before then, and then to the point that his family got separated. And after the separation, the thing really affected him, and he couldn't perform again in acting and everything until his health started degrading until he died. I don't know how true that is. I don't know the real story. Okay. But that reminds me, that's why I want to tell you this thing. When you are a boy, people care about you, your mother, your father, your siblings, everybody's taking care of you. But what people forget is that once you become a man, nobody gives a shit about you. It shock you. I'm not the one that designed the world. I don't even know why it's that way. Nobody cares about men. Even your wife and children don't care about you. When push comes to shove, many women today will leave their husband and take the child and run away. These days, there is Canada. Do you know how many women that have secretly taken IELTS exam and is planning to relocate and have relocated abroad with their children? That's when they will now tell the man they want to divorce. We know the one that happened to Nigerian musician, Nabi. Popular Nigerian musician. Before he knew, his wife is gone with the children. Now he has to go to the US to visit his children. Like he has now become a visitor in his own family. And the funny thing is that after that kind of scenario, the society will still force the man to be paying for the children. You get? And the funny thing is that the mother will turn the mind of the children against the father, so that the children will not know that she's the bad one. I'm not saying all women are bad. I'm not saying all mothers are bad. I'm not saying that there are no bad husbands. Okay? Don't misquote me. So sometimes when women separate the children from the father, they have to convince the children that the father is bad. I met one guy one day, I was asking him about his dad. Do you know what this guy told me? He said, that stupid man, that riffraff. I was like, what? You don't talk about your dad that way. He said, that man. I said, calm down first. You don't talk about your dad that way. You know? It's like cursing the source of the stream. If you curse your father, you are cursed. No matter what the man did, you speak with him, speak to him with some certain respect. There are certain things you don't tell people. Even if he's a real riffraff in real life, you don't tell another person. But when I started inquiring further, I found out that this boy has never met the father. Okay, if you have never met your father, how did you know your father is a riffraff? Mumu Ode. Why? Or how did he get that idea that his father was a riffraff? It's from the mother. The mother has been drumming it in his ear since he was a child. And all his siblings, your father is a riffraff, your father is this, don't ever go and see your father, this, that. Why? She was hiding something. So I told this guy, go and look for your father. Find him. You understand? Snap pictures with him. If you have money, give him money. If he's broke, put him on a monthly pay that will not overstretch your income. You understand? Do something for your dad because he's about to sign out of the planet, if he's even still alive. When you meet your dad, you might be surprised at what the other half of the story says. Your mother is only telling you half. If the man is truly a riffraff, you will know when you see. You get what I'm saying? But it still doesn't mean that you not take care of the man. It's your duty. One of the beautiful things about having money is having your family spend your money, even if it's the worst family in the world. It doesn't mean you shouldn't take care of your personal security. But as a man, just know that people don't care about it. The only time people call you to know how you're doing is because of what they will get from you. You'll be extremely lucky if you find a wife that will care about you in goodness and how do they say it again in marriage? For better, for worse. Most people are just for better for men. Once it gets to worse, your girlfriend will leave you. This one shock university student. You think you have the love of your life in university, and she sees a guy that is better than you, she will dump your ass. Dump you. Nobody gives a shit about men. Many men have gone to drink something that will end their life because they are shocked that somebody they love so much suddenly left them. But if you know this truth, you will know that as a man, you have to take care of yourself mentally first. If you're not in the right state of mind, how can you lead your family? If everything that hits you gets you mentally disturbed, you can't lead. Because as the head of the family, you're also a leader. If a snake is walking into your family house, your wife is shouting, hey, see snake, see snake. You know, your son is on the cushion, everybody's jumping, some people are climbing the curtain. You as a man, you are the one that will face the snake. And in the midst of that chaos, you need to think clearly. So if you lose your mind as a man, you have lost everything. So take care of your mental health. Anything that's going to be causing you negative energy that will put you in depression, cut it off. Then you take care of your finances. Most things in life will desert you if you are broke as a man. Go and ask any broke man, they will tell you. Especially a man that has been rich before and then broke. Even friends, even fellow men will dump you if you are broke. If you go broke. People that used to, you lose your respect. A woman's respect is not based on whether she has money or not. See, a multi-billionaire can marry a village girl that has no university degree, that can't even speak English well, just because she get big nyash. Marry. Even without big nyash, then they marry. Go and check wedding pictures. Handsome guy like this is marrying one girl like that without degree. You know, because the value of a woman is not based on her bank account or her eloquence. You get? But as a man, there are many things you have to tick off before your value will come up. And one of them is money. So when I'm teaching about money, or you see people teaching about money on the internet and stuff, and you know you're working hard, but you're not making that money, pay attention. Secondly, you take care of your health. Many men don't take care of their health. You're working. You think going to work or being under stress is exercise. No, stress is not exercise. It's scientifically proven that when your stress goes up, your immunity comes down. And as your immunity is coming down, sickness that is in your body will start coming out. Before you know it, malaria, the way your body sings, that would have caused, that couldn't manifest because you are stressed at work. They gave you too much work over the weekend. By Monday, you break down. Ordinary thinking that you are owing loan. Do you know many men have died from thinking? They said the most stroke that people have, heart attack, is on Monday mornings. So this man has been worrying what to do over the weekend. So on Monday morning, he gets into the bathroom, tries to take his bath, go down. When you check it, it's related to money. Maybe he's owing money at work or somewhere, or there's something they gave him at work. Thinking, once you reach 50, ordinary thinking, overthinking. So as a man, you take care of your physical health. Eat well. You know, it's good to pay school fees, take care of people. Because some men have so much responsibilities that they have to take care of their wife, their 4 to 6 children, their wife's whole family. It'll shock you. You'll see one man that his salary is not even up to something that will be enough for him. He's taking care of 12 people. They will fool his house. Finally, when his children now grow up, you understand, he would have retired. Nobody to send his children to school, university. True life story. Some people that did not get the best education is not that their dad was not rich when he was young. Their dad had money when he was young. But the family, the in-laws, he used it to send the in-laws to university. Now the in-laws have gone and graduated and taken their own family. They don't give a damn about the man. Nobody cares about you as a man. You have to take care of yourself. Learn where to draw lines. As you're taking care of people, remember that investing in your own happiness is also an investment. Spending money on yourself, spray money on yourself. You understand? Anything you know that you like, put money in it. If there's a certain car that is in your mind, buy it. It's not a waste of money. Buy that car. Drive it. Cruise the car. Only one life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying be careless with money. If you are the type that love football, investing in a large 65-inch flat screen TV, put on your wall, connect DSTV, Go TV, My TV, cable TV, whatever TV, connect everything. Put in all the money to connect all those things so you can watch all the matches you like. Is an investment. If it's vacation that you want to invest in your own vacation, with yourself, with your family, any money you spend on yourself as a man is not waste, because 90% of your money is going to other people. 90% of your effort to other people. Many people spend so much on others that they forget themselves. You know, as a man, when your children come with, as a man, children will buy car for the mother, take the mother on vacation, then buy sandals for the father. Shock you. Take care of yourself as a man. Even your own children will not regard you much. How many Mother's Day do they have in a year? Almost 30. Mother's Day past Sundays in a year. Every other Sunday, Mother's Day, Mother's National Day, Mother's Incorporation Day, Mother's this, Mother's Women Empowerment this, Women Empowerment. I'm not saying it's bad, but if you look around, you just see only one Father's Day. Because men don't know that they have to take care of themselves. As more and more men are waking up, we'll have to put about 60 Father's Day in 1 year, 60 Boyfriends Association Day, another 60 for men Empowerment Day in 1 year. You know what I'm saying? You have to take care of yourself as a man. You understand? What most men now do is, if their child asks them for school fees, instead of giving it to the mother, go and pay the school fees of herself, they will call the child and say, take this check, this is your school fees. So that the child will see with his eyes that his father is the one paying the school fees. Because what mistake men used to make is that the mother will come and say, hey, honey, it's time for school fees. The man will just transfer to the woman's account. The woman will now take the child to the bank and pay. The child will think it's the mother that brought the money. You understand? Tomorrow, the child would think that the father is a riffraff. You understand? So men, no matter what they are, where they are, when they want to buy something for the child, they will call the child and give it to the child directly. Let the child they see, making the see, saying that the papa. You get what I'm saying? So as a man, you have to apply more sense in the way you do things. Apply more sense. Spend more time with your children. You get? It's not just work. After some time, somebody was telling a story the other day that his father worked all his life. So now he has retired. He now stays home more. But it's an awkward scenario because all their siblings are used to staying with the mom. They're not used to staying with the father. So if they're in the room and the father comes in to sit with them, all of them will start leaving the room one by one. And this idiot, this mumu, was putting it online. He's proud that his father is the odd man out in the house. But when you check, the man that paid all their school fees is the father. The man that paid for the house rent is the father. You understand what I'm saying? All the pocket money. Even now, you might be surprised that the man is still feeding them from his pension. But now, they are mocking him online because they know that he will not come online. The man did not buy phone for himself. You get what I'm saying? Take care of yourself as a man. You understand? Spend time with your family. Spend time with your family. That phone, you can buy a phone. It's not waste of money. Expend iPhone 79 Pro Max. Go and spend money. Buy it. You understand? Do you know that some men die earlier than usual because most men in their last 10 years are sick? In some countries today, once a man touches 60, either diabetes, hypertension, tampalampation, one disease from nowhere will just land. Why? Over stress. When you stress yourself for 35 years of work, you get what I'm saying? Your body breaks down. 60, your body don't, what do you call it? Prostate. You understand? When that happens and you're now bedridden, most of the children will not want to take you into their house, to be taking care of you because you are bedridden. This daughter that is married to this other man will say, oh, there's no space in my house. Oh. This one said, there's no space. Don't bring it to me. At the end of the day, nobody's taking care of you. That's why most men die earlier. They would have lived another 10, 15 years if they are well taken care of. But if it's their mother that is sick, they will even contribute money, send her abroad. That's where you know that money they will send her abroad for treatment, for this, for that. You know, best mommy in the world, this, that. Be careful as a man. Once you're a man, one of the things you have to learn is taking care of yourself. Most men only learn how to be responsible and take care of their family and everybody else. Take care of yourself. Buy exercise equipment, put in the house. So in the evening, you do that treadmill. Hire a gym trainer. If you feel that you're out of shape, spend money. All those people in the gym that used to carry big chests, that used to walk like this, pay them. It's their job. If they walk you out like this, you become fit again. 2 weeks. Spend money on that. Spend money on yourself. Go to hospital. Do regular medical checkup. You understand? Build interesting and important relationships. Sometimes you take your children out. Be there. Physical. Let them see their father doing things. You know what I'm saying? Take care of yourself as a man. Nobody gives a damn about men. Nobody gives a shit about men. Once you get to that point where you can no longer contribute. I saw a video the other day. It really hurt me, that video. What happened in that video was that a man was coming back, a factory worker was coming back from work. He had a bag. So a bike pulled up. It was 2 women. One woman was driving the bike. The other one was at the back. And the one at the back pointed a gun at him. I said, give me your bag. So he just brought out the bag and gave the woman and started going. The woman now said, give me your phone. So he now brought out his phone and gave the woman and attacked the woman, held the gun. You know, the woman had the gun like this. He held the gun and started trying to drag it out with the woman. So as he was dragging it, the woman came down from the bike. The one that was driving the bike jumped out and brought out a knife and started stabbing him. This woman stabbed him almost 30 times. So eventually, he was able to struggle out his phone and took his bag. The 2 women climbed the bike and left. The man walked up the road and collapsed and died due to too much loss of blood. You know how many stabs? He was stabbed many times. But what really pained me in that video was that as he was dragging in the streets with those ladies, struggling, they were stabbing him. He was trying to control the gun and the knife at the same time. The 2 ladies were attacking him. Do you know that men were passing, women were passing on the road, and they were avoiding them as they were fighting and passing? Why? Because nobody cares about men. A man is being attacked. They probably thought he was the attacker. You get? They probably thought since there are 2 women with 1 man and there's a stab, okay, they just left the man. That was how the man died, because if they had intervened, they would have saved the man. But if it is the other way, 1 man versus 1 woman, people will rush in and rescue the woman. 2 men versus 1 woman, people will rush in and rescue. But when it came to 2 women attacking 1 man, trying to rob him, everybody pretended like the man is invisible. They cannot see. They were like, as right, passing. That was how they killed the man. So as a man, you have to learn martial arts, because you never know when push will come to shove. You know what I'm saying? Martial art is not something you use every day. But the day it will set, you have to be able to defend yourself and your family. You never know the day. Martial art 101. If I was the person in that scenario, number 1 is that you will never tell, because once your emotions are heightened, you can behave anyhow. But looking from outside, one thing you would have done is leave the damn phone for them. If anybody ever points gun at you, let him take everything. There is no property you lose in life that you cannot regain. Nothing. Even human being. There's no relationship you lose that you cannot recreate. There's no human being nobody is indispensable, not to talk of properties. I know he worked hard for that phone. He should have let it go. Let everything go. Once people pull up on you with a weapon, it means that they have an advantage already. You know, they attacked you. They have an advantage. So let them go ahead. Another thing is, if you find yourself in a place where you have to choose between gun and knife, knife is more dangerous than gun. No, forget all this things you see in movie. Knife is more dangerous for many reasons. Knife does not need training. For somebody to be able to shoot a gun, they need training. Knife does not move in a straight line. Any idiot can use knife and fuck you up. Knife does not have rounds. A gun will stop shooting after a certain number of rounds. Most of these guns that they use for robbery doesn't even have full. The magazine is not even full. After a few shots, it has finished. You get? So knife can hit you places that guns cannot get to. Knife does not make noise. If somebody shoots you a gun, the whole neighborhood will hear it and they will come to your rescue. But if you are being stabbed, it doesn't make sound. You don't die. So, martial art 101, if you find yourself in a fighting scenario, if you find yourself in a technical, dangerous scenario, and you see a knife, run. You can't really run for guns in most cases because they can shoot you. Gun can catch you. But knife, you can outrun the stabber. You know what I'm saying? Once you are having a scuffle, somebody picks a knife or bottle. Bottle is a knife, you know. I just break bottle like this. Tear race. Whether you can beat the person or not, it doesn't matter. Martial art 101. Any martial art coach will tell you that. If you see knife, create space. That's the only safest thing you can do. Create space between you and the person. Not just see knife. If anybody threatens to stab you, run from the person. Because you don't know whether they will do it in your sleep. Some people are living in houses now that their partner is already threatening to stab them. They will do it. That thought has entered their mind. It's just a matter of let the circumstance arrange itself properly. They will stab you. Run. So martial arts 101 is to de-escalate, not even to engage in a fight. You get what I'm saying? So depending on the martial art, you know, the way that man would have handled the scenario would have been better. Number one, he would have pushed them down the bike. When they are down, they will be at a disadvantage. You get? Number two, when he grabbed that gun, he should have wrestled it properly, put it on that, break the person's arm, take the gun. So as a man, you need to learn martial arts. When you learn martial arts, the day you will need it, you will appreciate it. It's like swimming. You don't get to swim every day, but the day you fall, enter water, that's when you know that swimming skill is very important. You will appreciate it. So as a man, you learn some of these physical things. In the olden days, men used to learn how to shoot bow, how to use sword, how to wrestle. You know, that's the rite of passage as a man. Most people don't do it again these days. So you learn martial arts, you learn things like swimming, you learn things like driving. You don't need to own a car to learn how to drive. You don't need that. You can go to a driving school, you don't need to own a car. Because the days these things will come in handy, you will really appreciate that you know it. Take care of yourself as a man. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a damn. When you're helping people, don't overhelp to the point that it becomes a disadvantage. When you're loaning money, don't loan the type of money that if they don't pay it back, your business will collapse. Then you learn how to draw lines, you know, boundaries, without being wicked. You know, I'm not saying you should be wicked. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying you should be a difficult person, inconsiderate. No. But remember that you are part of the equation too. As you're helping people, you also watch out for yourself. You are also part of the people. If your family leaves you as a man, always remember that until you die, you can still recreate a family. There are men that have married at the age of 82. Go and Google it. 85, they are still giving birth. So if at any point in your life your family walks away from you, it's understandable. But remember that you can still remarry. You understand? You don't need to marry a PhD holder of anything. You can still remarry. You get, and find new joy. Same thing with a woman. If you get yourself into a situation where your husband leaves you and moves on, remember you can move on. Many people forget that they can move on. It's like when you're poor for 30 years of your life. All of a sudden you got a good job, you started working, now you make money. You still mentally think that you are poor. I was talking about teeth the other day. You know, some people are born with messed up teeth. And growing up, the thing affects their ego or self-esteem. But they never had the money to treat it. But then when they start working and start making money, they forget now that they have the money. You can walk into a dentist and whatever amount they call, you can pay for it and get your teeth in the right order. Don't forget that. Not just teeth. Eyes. Some people have these eyes that one is looking this way, one is looking this way. When they are young, they don't have the money for it, for the surgery. But now, there is surgery for it. Don't forget that you can afford it. Even in Nigeria, in Ghana, there are hospitals that you can just walk in. Just Google it. I've forgotten what they call that eye. Google it. You will see that they can do the surgery. 1 hour surgery. That eye that is looking like this will focus. And you'll heal within 3 weeks or so. And your eyes will be straight again. It's fixable. Many people forget, and they are worth billions now. They still mentally live as if they are still poor from childhood. Use your money to take care of yourself. It's an investment.